What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the final. This is it, Steve. This is it. The big one, man. The final Big Brother chat of the season with the winner of season 17, my man Steve.
What?
Get your questions in, guys. If you have a question for this man, he's the hot topic right now. Hashtag BB Live Chat. We'll get to as many as we can. But Steve, first let me start off with what a wild 24 hours, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How hungover are you today?
I'm very hungover.
You're
I had a lot to drink last night.
You drank a lot, huh?
I drank a lot of soda, yes.
All right, so you're on a sugar high, kind of.
Yes, I'm definitely on a sugar high right now.
So how was I mean, put into words for people, for me, what have you emotionally been through in the last 24 hours?
Well, it was crazy because I was in the house. I didn't think I could beat Vanessa in that comp, and I did think she was going to take me, but then I thought she would win. So I think I was going into yesterday thinking I was going to get second place.
Okay. Which is weird because it seems like you would have all the angles strategically calculated, you know what I mean?
Well, Vanessa played such a good game.
She did, and you gave her props, which was great.
Everything, I mean, yes, I was obviously trying to think about her jury vote when I said what I said.
Yeah.
But every word I said was also actually true. I wholeheartedly believe everything I said to her. Best female player this game has seen possibly ever.
She played a great game,
She's up there.
You played one question better.
One question better, which is not a whole lot, but enough.
It's a whole lot of dollar signs.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it bothers me when the whole season is that, the whole season came down to part 3.
So what, in your mind, you're a super fan, what means more to you, the money or just the title
The title.
You're a winner?
I keep forgetting I have money.
For some reason, that doesn't surprise me.
People have to keep reminding me that I won money. I keep forgetting because I never thought about them. I never thought about the money because winning was never. I never came for the money since the money wasn't feasible, and I never thought about the money because it wasn't feasible. Because I remember there were times like, hey, what do you do with the money if you win? It's like I have no idea because I'm not winning. I'm not going to think about it. So it's just like I'm just setting myself up for disappointment there.
So when you came here, you didn't think you had a chance to win?
Not even close. No.
What?
No.
So why did you come? You just wanted to fulfill a dream?
Fulfill the dream, have the experience. I love the show, and I want a chance to play the game for myself. Everyone always says, wow, this is so much different than I ever thought it would be. Like, okay, I want to see how different it is.
Well, that's why I think people love you, man, because you're very pure and innocent, and you didn't come here for the money, you didn't come here for the fame, you came here for the love of the game. And I think people appreciate that.
The attention has been overwhelming.
And like I said, it hasn't even been 24 hours.
Yeah, it's been a lot of attention.
How are you going to handle all that? Because you seem like a very to-yourself guy.
It was, last night was a lot of people, because there was a small gathering last night of some of the crew and some of the cast, and I just stepped in the back corner of the room, and I got a lot of people coming up to me. It was about 30 minutes of selfies and handshakes. I'm like, okay, Mom, okay, we need to go now because I need to talk, Mom, Dad, because I want to talk to my family.
Yeah.
But I couldn't because there was this swarm of people around me and it just kept coming.
So how are you going to handle that? Because, you know, you're going to be in somewhat of a spotlight situation for a little bit.
I will be. I mean,
it's not crazy or anything, but
here's the thing,
I think there's adjustment time to the outside world, which is going to help. You just walked out of the house, which people have to realize. 98 days, record-breaking, longest ever.
Over 100 considering preseason.
There you go. I mean, the point I'm getting at is your mind needs to adjust to the real world.
Yeah.
You know, and that'll come.
Yes. It's just a lot to take in.
You hang in there, buddy.
I'm working on it.
All right. Have you wrapped your head around... I mean, a lot of people have compared you to Ian, obviously.
Yes, I was aware of that about 30 seconds after the season 14 cast was revealed. I'm like, people are going to be comparing me to Ian all over the place.
And I did speak with your mom last night. I'm sure if you tuned in last night to the Big Brother live feeds, you know, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. She sat behind me in the audience, and we shared a lot. We shared a lot. You were a little disappointed that Ian was cast because you thought that would have been your character on the Big Brother.
Because there's never been another. Because before him there was Curtis from season 1, but aside from him, there's never been another engineer, not been a young super fan like that. And then you had Ian come in, breaking the engineer and the super fan, and then you had like Christine Nicole last year breaking the young super fan. So there have been other young super fans, but now third engineer for Big Brother.
So maybe that was better for you then. How many times have you applied?
1.
This was the first time?
Well, you have to be 21. Okay. So I just waiting to turn 21. I had some family conflicts pop up last summer, so I couldn't apply last summer.
Okay.
So this was the first chance I really could.
And look at that, boom.
And it's funny because I submitted my video in December, never heard anything, and then I follow casting on Twitter. And then they announced an affiliate casting call about an hour and a half away from me in a casino. And like, hey, Mom, Dad, can I rent a car to go to this casino to go to this Zapping casting call? And I rented a car. It was a Dodge Charger because that's all they had. It was very fancy. And I drove to the casino. I went to the casting
It
call.
was a fancy one.
I
huh?
came back, and everything went from there.
Wow.
Very lucky. I'm
Amazing.
very lucky.
Tell these people dreams come true, man.
I am very, very lucky, but they do cast the randos who show up at the casting calls because I was one of them.
So how do you differentiate yourself from Ian? How do people, us looking at past winners, how would you say you guys are different? Because in the general scheme of things,
The games were very different. I think one thing that was very different about me is I wasn't out there to try to prove myself. I think Ian was always trying to prove how cool he was. Like he had his cigarettes. He liked telling off Frank about how terrible his social game was. That's the moment I'll never forget. And I felt like I was just kind of me, and I was okay being the geeky, nerdy kid. And I didn't I was okay being that. I didn't feel any need to prove myself in any other way.
well, we did talk a little bit. You did swear a couple times in there.
I did. I didn't like
And
doing
you
it.
you had a beer?
No.
Did you drink any alcohol?
I had a few small tastes, but I didn't like it. I
That's
didn't,
okay, buddy.
I didn't have more. I didn't have
silly
more
with
than
it.
like a small sip of anything.
Yeah, because I saw you weren't having.
I've
any
never
of
had a
that.
full beer in my life. I can't stand beer.
You don't like that.
No, it's
Champagne.
awful. I don't like.
There'll be
alcohol.
none of that.
No.
What's your favorite like meal you're gonna celebrate with? And favorite juice?
I'm a fan of seafood.
Ooh, nice.
Shellfish.
Me too.
Shellfish. Not
Buddy.
fish, but like I got lobster tail as part of my HOH. That was really nice.
That is really nice. And you know, I live towards the ocean.
You do. Where are you now?
I'm in Santa Monica. If you want to come
Nice.
over and we'll eat some seafood on you, you're more than.
When's the wedding, by the way?
Buddy, I asked the questions in here.
You've been engaged for a while now.
Wow! Is Zingbot in here or what? I get married October 1st, 2016.
Nice. There's a date.
There's a date.
Nice. I'm very happy to hear
Stuff
that.
that envelope, buddy, when you
Good.
get invited, okay?
Okay, I will do that.
Wow, we totally drifted off.
I'll put a third America's favorite in there for you.
All right, thanks.
Yes.
How'd you feel about America's Favorite? How do you feel about James getting
Oh,
that?
fantastic. James was such a character. I think we were speculating in the house, and James was always a top speculation. I'm so happy for him because he does have Bailey at home. He's a very hardworking
Right.
man. I think it's really nice when the America's Favorite is both someone who both really can use the money and someone who really earned it, and James is both of them.
Yeah, he was very entertaining.
Super happy for James. I'm thrilled that he won it.
Was he fun to have in the house?
Except when he was scaring me, yes.
Dude, one of the best moments, the funniest, is when he scared you and you coming out of the bathroom.
bathroom.
Oh my goodness,
They use that,
was
and then they
hilarious.
use that in the Getting Loopy competition.
Yeah, oh, that's right. So you did see that.
I did.
That was hilarious.
Yes.
What were some of the funner competitions for you this season?
My favorite comp was the cross.
First off, is funner a word?
No, more fun.
Because you looked at me funny.
I'm
And
not.
like-
I'm trying not. I'm being nice. I'm being
You can
nice
throw
and polite.
stones if you want. I'm a
I'm
big
done
boy.
throwing stones. The game's done. I don't like throwing stones.
Well, if I say a word that doesn't exist, you can just point them out to me.
Okay.
I want to improve, Steve.
Okay,
I want to be more like
I'm
Steve.
also not the best grammar. I'm not the best at grammar.
Okay.
But that's okay.
All right, sorry. Keep going.
Favorite comp, the crossword.
Of course.
I gotta say that the being, because there was a mass attached on the other side, so it was like I was like half my weight. So it was so much fun just winging up and down. That was a lot of fun.
Okay, so I was wondering how that works. So it's on a lever. It
was-
judges your weight. So as you like jump up, it'll catch
No,
your...
there's just a weight hanging on the other side.
Right.
So I think I weighed about 160 pounds, and I think my weight on the other side was about 100 pounds.
Okay, so it's easier to climb and
Yeah,
things like
it
that.
made me, it was like I was on the moon.
Gotcha. Because
like
I
I was
didn't know
on
if
the moon.
someone was actually pulling you guys up. I
No,
didn't know how
it
that
was just
worked.
there was a weight
So it's
hanging
all
there.
you running around like
Correct.
that.
There was no other person directly involved.
Gotcha. How about strategy-wise? Because I always ask people before you come in, what's your strategy? Did you have a strategy coming
Very
in?
much. Beginning, lay low, throw comps, don't make people think I'm a threat. Find the alliance that's going to run. Get at the bottom of that alliance. That way, if your alliance is in power, you're good. And if the other alliance is in power, you're good. That's why I was so comfortable throwing HOHs, even if someone from the other alliance was giving me a power. Because they wouldn't be coming after me. They'd be going after the people who are above me in my alliance. Like Ostwin, like Vanessa, who are all bigger threats. Because in Scamper Squad, by the way, Scamper Squad started in week 3. Apparently it didn't come across that way. Like Jeff's eviction was a Scamper Squad move. And so I was number 5 in a 5-person alliance, which I had no complaints about because no one had any reason to come after me. Because you don't have to be their closest friend, you just have to not be their target.
So your strategy kind of played out throughout the game.
Yeah.
Which is different than a lot.
My strategy went a lot
90%
like
of the
I
house
thought.
guests, once you get in there, your strategy, if you have one, falls apart.
It didn't. I mean, the tiff I had with Austin worked really well. I accidentally won an HOH with Jackie, and then what happens is I rode to the end with my alliance.
So when you say accidentally, how do you accidentally win an HOH?
There were several questions I tried to answer wrong, and I got them right.
Oh, so you were on purpose trying to guess wrong, but
There were
you guessed.
3 separate questions in that competition where I'm like, okay, I want to lose now, so I'm going to give the wrong answer, and my wrong answer,
What you thought was the wrong answer.
right, and I got the wrong answer wrong, which means I got it right.
So you did not want to win that.
Did not want to win. the
So
beginning
is
movement.
that why you took a shot at Jackie? That's the Jackie one, right?
That was a Jackie one because I had nothing else. I mean, like, I couldn't go after Scamper Squad. I couldn't go after Johnny.
It seemed like you didn't want to ruffle any feathers.
So
is that true?
Right, well, obviously, because
Yeah.
my goal is for someone else in my alliance to be the target if someone else from the other alliance wins. That's why I throw comps. So A, the other people in my alliance are the bigger threats, and B, they're angry at the other people. I mean, with my philosophy with alliances was to contribute, to take as much as possible and contribute as little as possible. Johnny told me I was a terrible ally last night. Great, I tried to be a terrible ally. So that meant I did what I wanted to do.
Whatever you did worked out, man. What
Well-
advice do you have for future contestants? Because I mean, it's rare that a strategy plays out throughout this game.
A lot of different things. So it's been okay. There's one thing I will say that I don't think gets said enough.
Okay, hit
Okay,
it.
I will say this. People love to split up pairs. This year it was Shelly and Clay who won the block together. Me and Johnny Mac went on the block together multiple times. Liz and Austin went on the block together multiple times. Anytime there's an obvious pair, people love to put them up next to each other. So if you're going to be in a pair like that, where it's 2 of you together, you need to either A, make sure that it's hidden and people don't know about it so you won't be in that position, or B, you have the votes to stay in the event that you're on the block next to them. For example, Johnny Mac, I was working super hard to hide the rock stars. He thought it'd be a good idea to tell Shelly and Clay we had a final 2. So I'm like,
Not a good plan.
they're probably Johnny Mac's worst move in the game. And what happened is, then luckily I was in Scamper Squad, so I knew if that situation ever happened, I'd have the votes to stay. But if you're in a position where people know about your pair and you don't have the votes to stay next to the person that you're with, you have to abort mission like nobody's business. You have to get out of that.
Strategy.
That is why I'm.
Where were you when I was playing? I needed to be your friend.
I'm hugely against showmances for that exact reason.
So
It's a
you
huge
really
target.
appreciate my showmance.
I loved your showmance, but you were on the block next to her when you were evicted in season 11.
True story.
So,
I mean, you're right. What can I tell you? You're right. You're making me a better person, Steve, and I like that.
this is not a show that makes you a better person.
What are you talking about? This is very educational for children under 12.
This is not an educational.
Steve, since we're just being goofy here,
Okay.
this isn't a very educational show. You're right again.
Okay.
What if you?
I need to be less serious. This happens to me. I get too serious.
No, because you're digging into some serious stuff, and I
yes.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. But it's like a little over my head because I'm not that savvy at Big Brother. We're just going to put it out there.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
so I like more goofy questions.
You won the popularity contest, so.
Let's talk about that. Let's go there. How did you think you evolved as a person from beginning to end on this? I mean, the quote is, "You walked in as a boy, you left as a man." Right?
That's what people kept telling me.
How do you feel about that?
Because a lot of my transformation was me trying to convince Vanessa that she could push me around. Because that's why I grew the beard. That's why I let her gel my hair for about every live show that there was. I was wanted because I knew when you have a power play that it kind of reminded me of Russell Hantz from Survivor, where the people he got rid of were the ones who figured him out, and the people that didn't figure out were the ones that lasted. So I knew with Vanessa, I need to be her blindly loyal minion until I know I have her. And that's why, that's the reason I shaved and cut my hair last night.
So that you evolving but you enjoyed a little bit of that, like cutting your
I did,
hair,
but it was
playing the part. Did you enjoy that?
I mean, growing it or getting rid of it?
No, like cutting the sides up. And
Doing the Stefan thing.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
fun. Yeah, but it was strategy.
Okay, so you
It was
didn't
complete
enjoy
strategy.
all
I
that.
did enjoy it.
Is Stefan going to come with you outside this house? or-
Maybe, because the only reason I got rid of it was because I was afraid that if I was in the final 2 with Vanessa, people would see me as her puppet, because that was me deliberately being her puppet, and I wanted.
Wow, you really did think about every angle.
Yes,
Oh my goodness.
it was. I was on nonstop for 98 days.
All right. You won.
I did, so I can relax now.
You could relax now. So going in the outside world, you think you're going to bring any of the confidence that you've gained from playing this game with you into the outside world?
I never would have guessed I would have won a game involving people skills. I mean, I definitely when I
You
transferred.
did, man. So that should build some confidence.
Yeah, because
right
when I
there.
transferred recently, it was a very hard social experience. I wasn't. It's weird that like I went in my college where it's an environment about bringing people together. I had a hard time with that. But you have the Big Brother house, which is an environment designed to tear people apart, and I got along with people way better. It's so strange.
You should write a book or something, man.
Thank you.
But put it on audio so I could get it too. You know what I mean?
Yes. You can read, Jeff. You're smarter than you give yourself credit for.
Let's try. Let's see. Let's take a couple fan
just
questions.
don't go into the shoe business, and you're fine.
You don't like my shoes?
Jeff, shoes.
Clown. Always strategizing, this guy. Right over my head. All right, Nikki wants to know. What did it feel like to vote out the biggest player of the game, Vanessa?
I couldn't decide if it was the smartest thing I did all summer or whether it was the most foolish move of me to wait so long to do it.
Do you feel like you had another opportunity prior to that?
I mean, I did throw the final four veto. It was a weird situation because I couldn't make up my mind. I was sitting out there during the count wondering if I want to win this or not. And essentially what my decision came down to, I think you have a huge target on your back when you win both that final four HOH and that final four veto. So I'm like, I feel like that was just asking to be in a position where neither person would take me to final two if they won final HOH. I wanted to make myself more desirable to take, and that's why I threw it.
Whew. Man.
Whether it was the right decision with the information I had at the time, I still don't know. I'm going back and forth. It seems like a lot of people were thinking I should have won it. I don't know. But I made the best decision I could with the information I had.
You made the right decisions. Do you know in Vegas this year that they started betting on Big Brother?
Don't buy it.
You don't buy it?
No,
There was an over-under on how many times you threw up in the house.
You're lying to me. And the answer is once.
Okay. It was 4, so I bet the under I won.
Okay.
It's a lie.
I'm glad. I'm
Those
aware.
are my goofy questions. You want to get back to the fan questions?
Let's get back to fan questions.
Steve, you're blowing me away with your strategy. I'm being honest. Like, I can't believe how much you have covered like around this whole
Yeah,
game.
it seems
it's
like
amazing.
it didn't come across on the show how much I was thinking and acting.
Well, you were
constantly.
like, so when you were by yourself, you know, strategy. Is that something you do in real life, or is that something that?
That was a Big Brother thing. I definitely talked to myself in the real world, but I definitely did more of it
Right, but
in the house.
The wheels were always turning. You
Yeah,
were
they were
using
always
this-
constantly.
Wow, man.
It was a job.
You need a nice vacation.
This is I know. Well, I don't. Semester starts in January, and then
You got some time.
I have to give my grad school application. I do have to get that together, but I have some time.
All right. Back to the questions. What's the biggest surprise that Vanessa's a multi-millionaire playing poker, or Johnny Mac is a BB super
Johnny
fan?
Mac.
Really?
Johnny Mac. I mean, I knew stuff. I mean, with everything that was so sketchy about Vanessa, I knew when she was the Mad Hatter in BB Comics that like there's something here. I didn't
you
know.
even looked into that.
Yeah, it was her comment that gave
Yeah,
it away
yeah.
to me. Because I was relieved because she was questioning me about, because, you know, transferring from an Ivy League school to a state school is not common. So she was questioning me about that, and I was so happy I had my comment to confirm it, and then here was her comment, Mad Hatter. I was definitely very I wouldn't
You knew
have guessed.
something was up.
I wouldn't have guessed.
You wouldn't pinpoint
I
professional
was
poker
not.
player.
I was not anywhere near pinpointing it, but I knew something was up. Johnny
Okay.
Mac, I thought maybe he was the America's Vote twist, but that was it.
Which you guys actually spent a lot of time together, you and Johnny Mac.
Oh,
and
he's
it
awesome.
seems strange that you wouldn't talk about Big Brother because you have so much knowledge of past.
And so does he.
So does he. So that was pretty good of him to keep
He
that in.
did a phenomenal job. He had me totally fooled.
Good answer.
Good job, Johnny Mac.
All right, Renell wants to know, have you heard about the Sixth Sense yet?
Yes, I heard about it this morning.
So what do you think about that, and that you were left out of that alliance?
If in case there aren't enough Ian comparisons between me, how about Quack Pack, the Silent Six, versus Sixth Sense versus the Scamper Squad? That sounds like it's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm surprised Shelley and Clay wanted to work with Oz Twins. I'm surprised that there was a relationship that happened. I'm surprised
Actually,
Sixth
you're
Sense
right.
made the show, but the Scamper Squad didn't because they formed at the same time, but only Sixth Sense made the show. So that was surprising.
So did you, I mean, being a super fan, did you have some ideas for alliance names before you went on?
No, I didn't.
That wasn't part of your strategy. That's not important.
No,
That's some of the things I thought about.
I did not think about alliance names.
I didn't. I'm just kidding, Steve. Red wants to know, how did you maintain your composure during the final speeches? That's a great...
Did I maintain my composure?
Dude, you were like a rock.
You mean the speeches last night?
Final speeches, yeah. Last night.
I don't know.
I mean, you were cool. Like, I mean...
It helped because I was nervous about sitting next to Vanessa because it'd be really hard sitting in the final two asking for votes next to someone you and your gut don't feel like you deserve to win more than. And I definitely had a little boost of confidence for sitting next to Liz because it allowed me to sit next to someone I actually felt like I deserved to win over. Because I don't feel like I would have deserved to win over Vanessa.
But you were, I mean, you were a man. You were just sitting there, cool, calm, and collected. Your answers were on point.
I sounded intelligent?
Come on, man.
I have no idea how I sounded.
You sounded terrific. Your answers were on point. I mean, you answered specifically what they wanted to hear, and I mean, I was shaking my head like, that was it. That was an awesome answer.
Nice.
You know?
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, man. I mean, you killed it, man. You won.
Nice. I'm happy to hear it came across well.
It definitely
First time
did.
I heard that.
Really?
So, yep.
Your mom didn't tell you that?
Nope.
What did you do all night? You said you told me you stayed
Talked
up with your
about the
mom and
game.
talked.
We
How
talked-
late did you stay up?
I have no idea.
Late, I bet.
It was. I haven't slept in 2 nights.
You probably have a million questions.
Oh yeah, but I'm ready to get away from the game a minute, relax. I'm big brothered out right now.
But you still got some more to go, man.
Yeah.
Marty wants to know, what reason did Vanessa give you for voting out Liz to win?
What reason did Vanessa give you for voting out Liz to win?
Did you know she was planning to betray you at the final two?
What reason did Vanessa? Because we were SOS. I'm sorry. So Vanessa and my alliance final two, which we had for week 2, was SOS.
What reason did Vanessa give you for voting out
So
Liz to
it's
win?
because we had a final 2 deal the whole game, the
and
loyalty
Vanessa.
card, yes.
Okay.
And there was also the card of Liz has 2 guaranteed votes.
See, I don't even understand that question, and you understand what's going on.
Yep, it's because what we're both telling each other is Liz has 2 votes in Julia and Austin. So you're
Correct.
starting, if you take Liz, you're starting 2 votes down.
Gotcha. Okay, I
it's-
got that.
But it's like, Vanessa, if I take you, Austin and the twins are going to vote for you. So I'm 3 votes down if I take you and 2 votes down if I take her. Because I thought I'd have Vanessa's vote. I was really surprised that I didn't.
I was actually surprised too because right before she gave her vote, she's like not bitter or anything. She said,
Yeah,
"I'm not bitter." And she gave it to Liz.
But here's the thing: we're both strategists. We both can separate the game from our personal feelings. No hard feelings either way with the 2 of us, and because we can separate our personal feelings from the game.
Who would you have given the vote to?
Oh, Vanessa
Vanessa for sure.
because usually the 9th juror gets a chance to ask a question that didn't happen last night because of the technical difficulty caused some time delays. But if I had been juror number 9 and I got a chance for that question, I wouldn't have asked a question. I would have turned around and told the jury how phenomenal Vanessa is and told them to vote for her. I wouldn't have even asked a question.
You're a big man.
Yeah, Vanessa, brilliant player. I feel kind of terrible winning over her because she played so well, but
I mean, you have to do what you have to do.
Yeah,
man. It's
I
Big
did.
Brother.
Yep.
And she did play a great game. You can't take that away from her. She made those moves. No matter what people think of her, how she did it, she did it. You know,
Yep.
Big Brother's about. I ask everyone before the game starts, will you do anything to win this game? Will you stab people in the back? And everyone answers yes.
yes.
And, you know, so
yeah.
you can't fault someone for
well,
playing
well,
the way they play.
Cody clearly didn't answer yes.
Cody is he's a rare person for
Yeah,
for
I
taking Derek
had
to the
no
final.
intent on maintaining any sense of integrity and morality in that house. I was going to do whatever I had to do to win, and I didn't care. I got to say, it was harder maintaining that. I got to say, I thought I would love making the big moves and backstabbing people and doing all that. It was awful.
You had a rough time with
It was
it.
awful. I did not like voting out Finn. I wanted to take her to the end so bad. I really did. But
you couldn't.
I couldn't.
Yeah, you could. You made the smart move.
I know.
Vincent wants to know, we talked about this a little bit, what advice would you give to young fans that have dreams of being on Big
I was
Brother?
one of those for a long time.
You were?
Do your homework. Learn about the casting process. There's a lot of people on there. There's a lot of books that have been written about the casting process. There's a lot you can read about the show. There's a lot of people talking about the show. Study the game. Figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are, because you can't copy anyone else's game, because what I can do isn't what someone else can do. I watched a bit of Liz's live chat, and I thought something that was so interesting was that she thought that she talked me into keeping, because when they decided they wanted Julie to stay over Liz, they thought they convinced me of that. They didn't. I still wanted Liz to go, but I knew I didn't have the power to flip Johnny Mac and Vanessa against it. And that was a move of not what was the best game move, but it was a move of what I personally was capable of doing. So I guess figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are as a person. My strength was not being charismatic or being manipulative. My strength was being a thinker.
I'm serious. I'm not joking. Like I said earlier, you should write a book. I'm not kidding. Why wouldn't you? What do you mean, thank you? Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I never thought about writing a book. What would it be about?
You didn't think about winning either.
I
and
did.
Look what happened.
I did.
I think it would be successful. I mean, you
What would
really
I write
have
about strategy?
what you just told everybody
Vanessa's
right now.
been talking about writing a book. She really wants to write something.
Beat her to the punch, my man.
I might do that.
Start writing right now, because what you just told everybody is like information that is like,
Ooh.
you know, it's crazy.
Can I say one more thing about getting
You can
cast
say
on
whatever
this
you
show?
want.
Everyone who sends in a video and everyone who goes to an Napping Casting Call is a fan. I didn't talk about being a fan was not part of the character I used to get here. Being a fan didn't come up till very, very late in the casting process for me. I talked about I made my character, I was a super smart kid because I taught physics on Ivy League, and I talked about being the cute little kid because I have my teddy bear and I love Lion King. That was my character. I didn't talk about being a super fan. So I guess figure out and develop who your character is, and know being a super fan is not a part of your character.
All right, that's enough. No more Steve's book. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to buy it.
Yes.
That's it. That's enough for free right now.
Yes.
Paul wants to know, what was your favorite moment in the house?
Winning?
Do you have? Yeah. Besides winning, I'm gonna give that to Paul.
Okay. This is probably going to be a surprise, but I thought probably the first moment when we walked on the stage, and I was standing on the stage with Julia on the front steps, and I realized this was actually happening. Because I just, like, every step of the way, even when I got my key, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it until I met you, until on the live chat.
live, yeah.
Like, holy crap, I'm actually like a Big Brother house guest. Like, what? How did that happen?
I remember meeting you too, because
Yeah, I remember meeting you.
you came in blindfolded.
I did, and it was just, yeah, so standing on the stage waiting to walk in.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Did I told you yesterday? I think my mom picked you to win. You know that?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I told you that yesterday, but you were in a fog.
You
I
probably
think.
did. A
You were
lot
in
of things were in a fog.
Yeah, because she was a fan of Ian. Again, comparing you. That's
Yeah.
why I wanted to.
That was
differentiate.
another reason Becky and I had that, because she kept comparing me to Ian. I'm like, no,
See,
bye-bye.
well, that's why I wanted you to separate those two.
That the baseball cap also played a role in that.
No baseball cap.
Yeah, I gave it to Johnny Mack when he went to jury, though. I don't have it anymore.
Well, we got to get that. You got to get your hands on that
Yeah.
cap. That's
Yeah.
the bottom line.
Yes.
Kristen wants to know which of your votes surprised you.
Vanessa. Vanessa was the shock
That was
vote
it.
to me.
None of the ones that voted for you.
I wasn't really surprised. The only vote that really surprised me was Vanessa. I really thought.
So you were expecting that vote. You knew the two. I mean, everyone in the building knew the two were coming.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, but you were expecting it to be.
I wasn't expecting, but I wasn't surprised. The only vote that like really surprised me was Vanessa.
Fair enough.
I mean, like, it wouldn't have shocked me had like Shelley had like Jackie vote against me, but the most surprising vote for me was definitely Vanessa.
All right. Angie wants to know, if you were in a showmance, which girl in the house would have been with?
I don't like showmances because they're targets on your back with Julia.
You explain. Oh, I like that. I like that. You went right there.
Definitely
That
Julia.
was a sneaky sneak.
I'm very
I thought
sneaky.
you were going to dodge the
I'm very
question.
sneaky.
Very sneaky. That was
But
a
again,
sneaky one.
showmances, no. Don't
So
do it.
why Julia over Liz? Because Liz was taken, or
No, I felt like
different personalities?
I just felt like I clicked better with Julia. We just meshed. Something about the chemistry just meshed a lot better with Julia.
You never know, man. You got a fat wallet now.
I gotta be careful. I don't
You
want.
got to
people-
be careful, man.
I don't want people doing the whole money thing. Now that I have money, I gotta be careful.
Yeah, you got to be. I
gotta
think
be
you're a
careful.
smart enough guy. Trust me, I think you are.
I just don't know anything about dating. That's the problem.
Well, like I said, you take me out to a nice seafood dinner.
Yeah.
Me and Jordan will share some tips with you.
Yeah,
know?
James already wants me to cover drinks tonight.
Everyone's hitting you up, and I'm included.
No,
What a
yeah,
dirtbag.
I'm
you
not
know what I
touching
mean?
that check until IRS is the only person getting any of my check for a good while.
Well, you're a good man.
Yes.
Nicole wants to know who you keep in touch with after the show.
I hate to give this. I'm so sorry to give a politically correct answer, but I really liked everyone in this cast. I think one of the blessings and curses of my personality is I don't find things annoying. People don't annoy me, like, ever. Which is good, because I don't get annoyed, but the problem is I have no sense of what people find annoying, which means I drive people nuts all the time. So,
I love you, man. I think you're unique and you're interesting.
yeah.
You know,
Well, thank you. I'm glad I came across that way, because I definitely was not confident I'd be liked coming in here.
And you're humble. And we just turned on the monitor. And
Yeah,
now
no,
you're checking yourself.
Yeah. I can't. If there's a video of me sitting in front of me, I can't not look at it.
All right, we got one more question.
Okay.
Try to look in the camera and answer this one. What three things What are three things you know you will use the prize
Okay.
buddy on? Sorry, Steve.
Taxes, college loans,
Steve, you are cracking me up. Man.
and I want to do something nice for my parents.
Yes, that's a great one.
I mean, my mom's 60, my dad's 70. That's something that's in the back of my mind, and I would love to be able to give something back to them after everything they've already done for me.
That's sweet. Anything in particular? Are you thinking
Nothing,
an object or a vacation?
nothing I want to spoil.
Ooh.
I'm very sneaky.
Sneaky Steve.
And I really
is a
don't like
good
where this
son.
is going because I see my time capsule and my time.
Well, that's why we turned on the monitor, and that's
my
why
time capsule was awful. I did a terrible job.
You
on it.
remember it?
I remember.
I mean, that
I
doesn't
remember
surprise me
doing a
either.
terrible job.
Kind of like I am with these questions.
No,
as
you're
You're
doing.
making me laugh,
Jeff,
man.
you can't do any wrong. You're Jeff.
Oh, well, let's roll. It's all about
We
you.
call
my
the
friend.
elliptical. You know, we call the elliptical technotronics.
I know.
Because that's when you had your fight with Russell.
I know.
Who spelled it correctly?
You know, we're boys now.
We are.
Yeah. Well, and we are, but so are me and Russell.
Oh.
Listen, man.
Oh, I just got rejected.
No, you're my boy. You're my boy. Listen, this is about you.
You just said I became a man in the house.
You know what I mean. Steve, why is this getting so weird? It's the last one of the season. Let it get weird. You want to watch his time capsule or not?
Not really, but I'll do it anyway.
We're rolling it anyway.
Hi, Steve. So you just played Big Brother. Congratulations. You know what an undertaking that was for you, and you got through it. And no matter how you came out, you achieved your childhood dream. So congratulations on getting cast, and I hope that you had the experience that you dreamed of having. You see, I said a whole bunch of floating baloney that fluff that didn't really mean anything.
You know what? When you were giving that to me, I watched that earlier, and when you were talking, I'm like, so you didn't think you would win?
No.
You explained it right there in the video. Because you kind of gave yourself a fluff answer, like, hey, you did good either way.
Yep. I didn't think I'd make jury.
And that's the one we're all waiting for. This is why we make the time capsule.
I know, because it's like, I wasn't emotionally prepared to not go back for the fall semester at school, because I knew I wouldn't make jury. I knew there's no way that would have happened. So I was like, okay.
But how do you think that? I mean, I could talk all day with you, but how do you think that with all the strategic, with everything that you put in, all the pre-game you put in, every move you have covered in your mind, how do you feel that you wouldn't end up where you are right now?
The reason is that in the beginning of the game, no one knows what's going on. If I can quote Ian again, the goal of week 1 is don't be that guy, because it's that guy who goes home in week 1. And I didn't think I had the social skills to not be that guy, because no one knows what to do in week 1, so you just kind of, because there's no alliances, there's no relationships, so you just kind of go after the obvious easy person. And I didn't think I was capable of not being the obvious easy person, which I wasn't. Fortunately, I won the trombonist, I won the cameras with Jason, and then people forgot about me, because I got into Scamper Squad.
Right. Well, I mean, I hope this whole experience has built your confidence
It
up
has.
where it should be, because you are that guy.
Well, no, being that guy is bad.
The confident guy.
The confident guy, but not the week 1 that guy.
Not that
Thanks,
guy.
Jace. I do love Jace, by the way. Jace is fantastic.
All right, I got a prize for you, which
Okay.
you could buy a lot of these.
Okay.
But you might like it more than the money, I have a feeling.
Okay.
All right. How many HOHs did you win?
4.
4?
3 of them were by well, 1 was on accident, 1 because Johnny and Vanessa threw it to me, 1 because of a terrible tiebreaker, and 1 by 1 question.
All right, gotcha. This guy's no statistics.
Oh, I got my HOH robe! I love that
Steve,
robe!
you knew this was coming too, didn't
Oh,
you?
no, I didn't!
That's your very own, buddy.
Yay! Jeff, I never wore bathrobes.
What do you
when I
like
did
better,
Big Brother.
this or the 500K?
The 500K.
All right, well, that's a good answer,
That's
too.
paying off my college loans.
Guys, you want your own robe like Steve the man here? You want to be on Big Brother like Steve? Get your own robe. Go to cbsstore.com. They have the medallions. Great Christmas presents all around. Go to Big Brother or go to cbsstore.com. Use promo code BBFan when you check out. 15% off your total purchase.
Shameless plug.
Shame. I'm sorry, man. I had to do it. I had to do it.
Can I say one more thing?
Dude, please,
Okay.
man. Please. This is all over the place.
As I'm sure you guys know, this has been something I've kind of been wanting for, a little while. It is still totally and completely surreal that I was able to not only get on the show, but win it. It was never something I thought was possible. Just want to say thank you so much again for all your support, because I know what you guys go through, on Jokers, on Hamster Watch, on Survivor Sucks, because I'm one of you. I'm one of the people that lives on those sites with my summers, and it's just... Thank you for your support, because it's so cool to be on the receiving end of it. So just thank you so much for everything, because it means the world to me. I cannot wait to see Jokers and Hamster Watch and everything else. I can't wait. So thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank
my
you,
man.
Jeff.
You're such a humble guy. I love it. I can't wait to see what you do in the future. But I know good things are going to happen for you.
I hope so, too.
All right.
I hope so.
I couldn't have closed it better myself. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in all season long. Thank you for all your great questions and following around. I want to thank everyone here at CBS Interactive. They're the best crew you could work for. I love these guys behind the camera who work out of the office, the sound guys back there. Everyone's
Sound
the
guys
best.
are awesome. I
Is
love
this the
sound
best,
guys.
Is this the best crew or what?
It is a fantastic crew.
And it couldn't be possible without you guys, the fans at home. Right on, huh?
Yes.
Get your videos in for next season. We want to see you sitting right here, a dreamer just like Steve. Tell them it can happen, buddy.
Yes. I was a rando at a casting call, and I won. I wasn't recruited. No one found me. I had no connection. Robin Cass tweeted about a random thing at a casino, an affiliate call about an hour and a half away from me a week in advance. I rent a car and went to it, and here I am. Just don't talk about being a fan when you're at the casting.
How did I know that wouldn't be a short answer?
Don't talk about being a fan because they don't care. That won't
Dreams
be
come
a
true
fan.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the
You
story.
gotta work for
Get
it,
your
though.
videos in. I want to see you guys sitting here next year.
Sounds
just like
good.
Big Steve. Thank you guys for a great summer. We'll be back next summer. Enjoy, everybody.
All right. Thanks again, everyone. Woot!
There you go, buddy. That was it.